The event took place in the grounds of the Palace of Holyrood House. The main display was in the palace gardens, but many enthusiasts lined up their cars in the forecourt. It was appropriate that immediately in front of the palace there were Rolls-Royces and Bentleys, including a fine old Speed 6, but there were also Ferraris, Jaguars and many other marques represented. Once through the garden gate, the first display was that of Mario Andretti's 3 Chevrolet Indianapolis 500 pace cars from the years that he won the event. The AIG band provided the pleasant background music for the day. This Lorraine Dietrich looks like quite a brute, and indeed has a 15-litre engine under that huge bonnet. There were 3 silver ghosts just by the grandstand. A 1922 torpedo version called Ermintrude, originally owned by John Sainsbury's, the supermarket magnate. A 1912 version described as Edinburgh to London Tourer because it succeeded in a challenge to drive between the 2 cities using only top gear, and a 1908 Barker Open Tourer given the name the Silver Dawn, which had spent half of its life in Australia. This dogcart design was an Arrol Johnson, made in Scotland in 1902. Another oldie was a 1903 Mercedes Simplex, and the aluminium Pegasus trophy in front is the award it received for getting Best in Show vote. This unique Rolls-Royce Phantom 3 was exported as a chassis only and had its drop-head coupe body added in Paris. A typical Rolls-Royce touch is the fully fitted toolkit in the boot. The 1902 American Westfield was impeccably presented as becoming a vehicle that had had $400,000 spent on its restoration. Even its twin-cylinder engine was a thing of beauty. A 1932 Packard Twin 6 convertible sedan looked stunning with its white wall tyres. This 1938 Bugatti Drophead Coupe was a beauty, even if its next-door neighbour was even sleeker and tried to steal its thunder. The teardrop-bodied Delahaye Type 165 was specially commissioned by the French government for display at the 1939 New York World's Fair. Staying with the red theme is a 1956 Maserati Zagato Coupe. D-Type Jaguars were 3 times Le Mans winners, with this particular example having come second in 1957. Originally it raced in British Racing Green, but it was repainted in Écurie-Écosse colours in 1959. This Ford Cosworth is currently raced by Écurie-Écosse. Coming right up to date, this is a Jaguar Project 7 based on an F-Type. Behind it is a limited edition E-Type replica. McLaren had some striking sports cars on display, such as this 650S with a twin-turbo V8 engine, and a 570S, part of the marque's new entry-level sports series, as revealed at this year's New York Motor Show. Also with a twin-turbo, it boasts 562 brake horsepower. Supercharger 33. A Bentley R-Type Continental Fastback from the mid-1950s had a very sleek tail treatment. Beside Beside it was a 1930 4.5 litre blower Bentley. So Jackie Stewart's Formula One successes were recognised by a stand displaying his World Championship winning cars. Another motor racing legend was Jim Clark, and two of his cars would be seen out in the field, a Lotus 25 and a Lotus 38. And now for a 1923 20 horsepower Rolls-Royce with a difference. Originally a limousine, it was purchased in 1937 by Mr. Luca and converted into probably the only Rolls-Royce ice cream van in the world. This was the refreshment area for royal warrant holders. And here the Autoglim team were caressing a 1970 Lamborghini Miura V12. This neat little 1923 Bugatti Type 23 could almost be described as a miniature sculpture. Its coach-built body was a one-off. A 1.5 litre Squire, dating from 1935, is one of the rarest marks in the world. We then jump up to 7 litres for this 1930 Mercedes-Benz SS Tourer. Its superb condition is thanks to a Los Angeles collector who spent $150,000 on a ground-up restoration. A car very much designed for continental touring, as indeed was this 1937 Bentley Van den Pla Tourer. The VIP enclosure in the corner of the grounds was a haven for some, while others preferred going up onto a sunny grass banking and lunching from their picnic hampers. Duly refreshed, it was back to the cars again with the French Delage 4.5 litre Grand Sport Tourer from 1922. It is astounding that this futuristic car is more than 30 years old. In fact, its basic design by the Bertone studio for Lamborghini is more than 40 years old. This 1904 Fiat has a massive 10.6 litre engine, but more interestingly has a choice of quick change body styles, allowing it to be a 4-seater tourer or a 2-seater racer. Bentleys and Rolls-Royces can even look elegant from the rear. The colour red again hints at Italian, and indeed this is a 1951 Ferrari V12, described as a 212 Export Finale Barchetta. This 1961 lightweight Jaguar E-Type has not been seen in public for the last 20 years. I can hardly believe that this Aston Martin DB4 GT dates from 1960. It was styled by Bertone and had a nickname of Jet. While in the palace grounds, it was possible to have a stroll around the pleasant gardens. At the end of the afternoon, the cars made their departure via the North Drive and Holyrood Park before heading off home to their many parts of the world.